Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you so much, Mafer, for being our guest speaker and from DataCamp. So we are really excited to hear you in order to go over. Right. Shala, do you want to talk about women in big data?
I do
Please?
that. Yes, go ahead. Okay, I'll do a brief intro of Women in Big Data. Hopefully, most of you already know us. We are into our 10 years. We're going to have our anniversary. Let me admit. So we have started in 2015, and we just, a small group, like 15 of us, with several companies, sponsors, that we got together, and then we are now close to about 30,000, members and worldwide. It's exciting to see how much interest and, really, a program that we have developed, which actually, helps the communities. Over the years, we have really, focused. I mean, from the beginning, we have focused on really, helping to foster careers and develop women leaders in data field, and trying to accelerate equity for women in data and AI. And we have provided programs such as, mentoring program, our networking program, the training, which is now really, utilizing DataCamp to the fullest, which is thank you, Mafer, for the opportunity to use the DataCamp. And we are very grateful with all the volunteers that really, leading our chapters and providing, those programs to their local community. If you like to join us, the best way is either you go to our membership page on our website or just follow us on LinkedIn. And that may even be better, our community page and our group page on LinkedIn, and to stay connected. So we announce a lot of, different activities that we have through those channels.
You are not taking it this time. Please drop it.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, very good. And already mentioned that, we are so lucky that we got this DataCamp as part of DataCamp Donate program. We have this partnership, and grateful for really, all the courses, tracks, certification that we are offering to our community. We have extremely grateful, and as you see it from our last year, we really focused with a smaller team, and this year we had, God knows how many fold, I would say, about 300 last year to over 7,000, this year. And exciting to see so many people are really, following the courses, tracks, and getting their certification, which Shabasti gonna cover more of those as we go through the, other really details of this meeting. So Shabasti, I'm gonna pass it to you, and you continue with the rest.
Sure. Thank you, Shala.
Thank you. Mafer, thank you so much. I have to leave, unfortunately, but thank you so much for being here. Take care.
Thanks to you.
Thank you. Yeah, just wanted to add, thank you so much, Shala and Mafer. So I know, Mafer, you would be going over these details. So I'll just talk about the data lab, which is a very nice, practical way for all the learners to learn and try out the different technologies, whether it be Google, AWS. So I'll just skip through these. And we also have the Slack channel where please be a part and post any kind of questions. We've recently moved our Slack channel, so please go ahead and join using the invites which is already posted there. And for this month, we have so many participants who have got certified, right? And some have got double and triple certified. So congratulations to all of you. It's really nice that you're able to take advantage of the platform that DataCamp is offering us and build on your skills. So ultimately, it's going to help you land a role. So congratulations to all of you. Here, there are so many names. I'm not reading out every name. And in terms of testimonial for this, we have testimonials from our fellow learners here. And it's very nice that these are all certified professionals and they are talking about their journeys of using DataCamp and how it's helping them to upskill and get certified in the long run. So congratulations, and Zixin, Ade Sukhbir, and Winfred. And we do have a couple of more certified professionals here who would also be sharing their experiences. And we have testimonials from all of these additional certified learners as well. Jin Yan, Quixan, Winfred, Angie. And so, and there are lots of other learners as well who are still kind of learning and continuing to learn and on their path for certifications too. Kudos to all those who are already certified, and looking forward to see more of you all get inspired and do more. And just wanted to check, Zixin, do you want to talk a few minutes about your experience for certifications?
Yes. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zixin, and you can also call me Jenny. And I'm truly honored to have a chance to share a bit of my journey with you today. So before diving into my experience with DataCamp and Women in Big Data, let me briefly introduce myself first. I worked for 5 years as a project manager in strategic consulting, primarily in real estate. And in 2023, I made a big life change. I took a career break and moved from China to the US to join my husband. And during this transition, I finally got the time to reflect and explore new career opportunities. That's when I discovered DataCamp. So it was my first real exposure to data and programming. And honestly, it felt intimidating at first. But as I started learning Python, I found myself hooked. And because DataCamp just made it fun and accessible. And more importantly, I realized that data isn't just numbers. It's storytelling, problem solving, and uncovering insights that can drive real world decisions. So after completing the data analyst in Python track, I knew I wanted to go further. So while waiting for my work permit in the US, I decided to pursue a master's degree in analytics. But before I could confidently make that leap, I needed to strengthen my skills. So that's when I found the Women in Big Data program. And looking back, it felt like stepping onto a moving train. I enrolled in the Associate Data Analyst in SQL Check in February and completed the certification in just 1 month and a half. During that time, I became a little bit like obsessed, with the daily stacks, the SP leaderboards, and monthly assignments. And even on some days when my husband and I need to go to church, I would squeeze a few minutes to keep my stack alive. So it sounds a little bit crazy, but the accountability was exactly what I needed. They kept me motivated, consistent, and disciplined. And the certification became so much more than a badge. I give me the confidence that to demonstrate my skills and my commitment to continuous learning. So it helped my grad school application truly stand out, and I'm excited to share that I've been accepted to some top programs like the UCLA's, USC, and the Georgia Tech, and I will be starting at Georgia Tech this fall. And but beyond the technical growth, the most impactful part of this journey has been the community. So at my very first Women in Big Data virtual mixer with the SoCal group, I met incredible women who generously shared their insights and encouragement. And even though I'm new in this field and in the middle of a career break, they welcomed me with open arms. So now as I prepare for my grad school and re-enter the workforce, I'm diving deeper into the DataCamp, mastering the R and later Tableau, BI tools and advanced Python and SQL. But this time I'm not doing it alone. I have a support system and that's all made a difference. So I'm incredibly grateful for the Women in Big Data for being such a powerful launchpad and for all the meaningful connections I've made along the way. And I hope that my story is helpful and inspiring to some of you. And I truly believe that every small step will count. So thank you so much for listening. And I hope we can stay connected on LinkedIn and future mixers and through all this exciting journey ahead. Thank you.
Awesome. It's incredible to hear your journeys, Dixon, and you've done the hard part, right? Being consistent and working for it, like you mentioned, right? On the Sundays, though you went to church, you found the time to do it. So really hats off to you. Your hard work has all paid off. And we really wish you luck. Congratulations for getting into a school of your choice, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to check, is there anyone else who would like to talk about their certification experience? Please free to, raise your hand and let me know, please. Else we'll, so please go ahead. Abigail, do you want to speak for a minute or two? Or Mary? And
yeah,
I would like to speak, although I cannot show my camera. So I am Abigail, and I started with women in big data in the early this year, and I have gained a certification in data analytics, associate data analytics. So my journey has been sort of similar to what Zinia said. I try to make time every day out of my busy schedule because I also work full time, and then I have a family as well. So I try to keep my stick alive, and by so doing, I realized I was able to complete the course within a month. So I started in January, and there are a lot of courses that you would think it is necessary, but I realized I should go by track, so career track. So I started with the SQL, and then I ended up having the associate SQL data analytics certificate after my SQL study. So I had that certificate, I had that accomplishment with the SQL, and then also the associate data analytics because I did the test and then I passed. So it's been very inspiring. I'm applying what I have learned in my work, and I am also currently learning Tableau to also apply in the work that I'm doing because I am a digital agriculture analyst, basically a data analyst, because my role in the company is working with data, automation, and then providing dashboards to stakeholders who are involved in the project. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Abigail, for getting certified in so many different things. So really love it that you're enjoying the platform and getting certified. So it's really awesome. Mary, do you want to speak a few words about how you are using?
Yeah, so thank you so much for doing this program. So I'm a beginner. I was working in nonprofit in operations, but I decided to go back to school, and I am taking this opportunity to upskill myself because I feel like I need to gain the knowledge to better my personal situation as everything is rapidly changing. So I wanted to gain a new skill. So I've been doing the DataCamp, the program there, and I have gotten the AI fundamentals. So for me, I'm just focusing on the fundamental certification, build up that knowledge before I go and do some of these bigger certifications. I have been enjoying a lot of the programs. I find that they're very high quality. The information I'm learning is all like new to me, but I really do like doing the I think it's like it's like the daily what is it called, the challenges, so that you can do the challenge. It's kind of like a game to see how you're doing, and I also like how you can assess yourself to see how like where you need to go. So I do like the platform. I like what I'm learning so far, and I'm hopeful that I can gain the more track certification in the near future. Yeah.
Awesome. This is congratulations to you, Mary. You've also got certified. So really good to see that you're learning and upskilling and increasing your skills. So welcome. And our top learners for this month are Ming, G, Sue, Nerty, Polly, Zenzen, Lily, Faith, Favor, and Shravani. Congratulations to all of you. These XPs are learning points, and it's really awesome to see. The highest is like about 193K, right? So about 200K. So that's really awesome that you're investing in yourself and upskilling. And do kindly give us your testimonials, because this is how we are able to get from DataCamp the free licenses, so you all can access, and it benefits all our community. So kindly tag us on LinkedIn with your success stories. And we welcome our guest speaker, Mafer. So she is a social impact associate at DataCamp, and we are very thankful that you are here. She studied across and worked across Japan, US, Brazil, and we are really thankful you're here and showcasing the socially impactful innovation you're driving at DataCamp. Over to you, Mafer.
Wonderful. Let me just share my screen. Just 1 second here.
Cool.
Right. Can you all see this?
Yes, we can see.
Awesome. Let me just set my Zoom here as well. So, okay, just getting started. As mentioned, my name is Mafer. I am a social impacts associate here at DataCamp. And I think most of you, of course, already know about DataCamp, but basically, our mission is to democratize data and AI skills for everyone. And we really believe in that for everyone. So yes, DataCamp is a business, and we do sell licenses to both customers and companies. But we have these corporate social responsibility programs to make sure that people who cannot pay are able to also access our platform. So we have DataCamp Donates, which is what enables the partnership with Women in Big Data. And through this program, we partner with more than 300 nonprofits all around the world. But as I understand, some of you are also students at university, or will be students at university, potentially with a master's or something like this. So maybe DataCamp Classrooms is something that you should also learn about, because this program enables teachers and students at the higher education level to access our program for free. So definitely visit DataCamp for universities if you want to learn more about this program as well. It might be something that benefits you too. And aside from all of that, DataCamp also does research on the state of data and AI literacy. So every year we survey business leaders in the US and the UK to gather their thoughts and feedback on how data and AI are basically shaping the workplace. And this is basically what I'll be presenting you today. So this is my agenda. I'll present about data and AI literacy, like the landscape of it all. I'll tell you some key frameworks that might be useful when you think about data and AI in the workplace. And just the main question of how do I become data and AI literate, which you already are because you are learning with DataCamp. And then if we have time, we may not, I'm not sure, we may have the time to answer some questions. So getting started with data and AI literacy and its landscape, I have to start, of course, with the context of every industry is now digitalized. So it's hard to find a business or an organization, whether it's public or private, that doesn't run the processes in some sort of digital manner. And so as a result of this digitalization, we are generating massive amounts of data. And because of this, of course, we are constantly changing our paradigms of where technologies are leading us to. And so as a result of this shift, we also have to change, right, as consumers, as workers. And so this is how DataCamp kind of maps out this shift. So we believe that in the 80s, there was the computer revolution, right? So we had to become literate in how to work with computers, how to type on a computer keyboard, how to interact with computers in general. Then in the 2000s, we had the software and internet literacy. So we had to learn how to interact with the internet. This is when search engines like Google became popular. And so in the 2020s, we became more exposed to the idea of data literacy, right? So with the idea of data being the new oil and all of that. And so now with the outbreak of AI, the shift is that we have to become data and AI literate. So we have to learn how to interact with all of these systems that are new. However, even though we are in this era, there's still a massive gap of in the workforce. So 69% of leaders that we surveyed believe that AI literacy is important for their team's daily task. However, 60% of leaders believe the organization has an AI literacy gap. So there's massive importance, there's a shift, but we are not quite there in how people are actually using these skills, these tools. So 78% of leaders report that employees with strong data literacy skills consistently outperform their less data literate counterparts. So what that means is that this signals why this is all important, right? This is why business leaders care about this gap, because they consistently see that those people that have data skills will just drive better results for the business. And so 65% of leaders report that AI literate employees drive better results than those without AI skills. So this is the bottom line, right? This is why the business leaders care about this. Now, because they care, they are also willing to pay more to the people that have these skills. So this is a very interesting slide. And if you're going to remember something about this talk, it's probably going to be this insight. And here you can see that roughly 70% of business leaders either agree or strongly agree that they would be willing to pay a higher salary to people that come in with data literacy skills. And similarly, around 70% as well are willing to pay a premium salary for people that come with AI skills, with AI literacy skills. Now, I'm throwing, of course, a lot of words in terms of data and AI data, but there's, of course, a lot of like abstraction into what we think when we think of artificial intelligence. And maybe we think it's something too complicated. It's something that maybe we cannot achieve. But this slide can show you that actually a lot of employers are not asking for rocket science. So when you ask business leaders the top skills that they are looking for when they mean AI literacy or data literacy, actually these are the things that come up, and they are very basic, right? So like they want that you have basic understanding of AI concepts, right? Like basic AI awareness. Can you tell me what artificial intelligence is beyond like ChatGPT, right? Also understanding ethics and responsible use of AI, right? So like, what are the security implications of it? What things can you share with a chatbot and you shouldn't, maybe, right? So those are key things. And then basic understanding of AI applications is business. So in practice, how can you leverage generative AI to make yourself more productive or something like this? So what are the practical cases in which you can use it? Prompt engineering and steering AI systems. So prompt engineering, if you don't know, is basically how do you talk to AI, so to generative AI, to maximize the output you get out of it. And actually developing AI systems, even though it's still a skill that comes up with business leaders, is actually, as you can see, it's not like the one that is ranking the highest, even though it's still very important. But when I mean developing AI systems, it's things like agentic AI, right? So like how to connect some of these AI systems so that you can actually build, let's say, a product or some sort of workflow that makes the business better. And also this slide, I believe, is extremely important, because as we talk about data literacy and AI literacy, people will always give you like lots of keywords, right? So like data-driven decision making, data analysis, all of these words, right? But the key thing that you always have to bring in mind is that it's not actually about the skills, even though this is important, but how the skills actually help you drive transformational outcomes for the business. So as you are preparing for potentially interviews and all of that, always keep in mind that you have to highlight that you have the key competencies, but then you know how to use them to drive results. So how do you accelerate the value? How do you improve efficiency? How do you just improve revenue, etc.? Then now I'm going to share some of the key frameworks that I think is important that you keep in mind as you're thinking about navigating data and AI literacy. So the first thing is like understanding the personas, the data and AI personas that you might have at a certain organization. Every organization is different, but this is kind of like a simplified version of what you might encounter. So you might have the data and AI consumers. These are business leaders, business representatives. They might not build a dashboard, they might not be querying databases. They will consume data. They will check these dashboards to make decisions. So even though they don't have to be like coders or programmers, they still will be exposed to data. Then we have the data practitioners. These are people that bridge that line between being some sort of business leader, but actually working with data more hands-on. So this is what we call a business intelligence analyst, potentially a business analyst, marketing analyst. All of these people are in this bucket. And then we have the data practitioners. These are the people that actually work with the data, that build the dashboards. These are the data analysts, the data scientists, the statisticians, the quantitative analysts, programmers, all of that. And then we have a last bucket that is what we call the data expert. This is where you have those unicorns that can do machine learning, science, research engineers, research scientists, staff data scientists. These are the people that are very much experts in the organization as it relates to data and AI and machine learning. They probably will have the higher salaries as well. So just keep in mind these buckets as you think of navigating organizations. And then we also, at DataCamp, we like to think of organizations in a data maturity spectrum. So we believe there's like a first level that is called data reactive. This is an organization where no one accesses data in their daily work, and your company rarely reports on present data. Hopefully none of you will be working at any of these companies. Then is what we call the data scaling. So this is where very few people have the skills and access they need to analyze, report, and present data confidently. And then we have the data progressive people, like every team member here has at least one data literate person. And this person can analyze, report, and present their data regardless of the role. So like you might be a marketer, or even me, like I work for corporate social responsibility, but I'm more in this data literate role where I may have to like even query some databases from time to time if there's that data, if a data scientist is not available to draw some insights that I need. And then we have the data literate organization. In these organizations, everyone knows how to access the data they need to do their job. This doesn't mean that everyone needs to code. It just means that you at least understand what's going on, right? Based on DataCamp's survey, most organizations are in the data scaling bucket. So that means that very few people still have the skills and the access they need to the data, and so that they can report better on what they do and take better decisions. And so how do we become a data literate at DataCamp? With DataCamp, we have a big curriculum. It's good for everyone. You can be a beginner or advanced, and there's most likely something for you. Most of you have interacted with the platform, so I don't have to go too much in depth with this, but essentially, if you, let's say, started more in like data analyst part of our curriculum, and you're thinking, I need to gain some AI skills as well, you can look at this bucket and some of the recommended courses to take. So things like OpenAI and ChatGPT, and just understanding generative AI and large language models. So use the filters in the platform to look at these content areas and get started from there. Good thing we also have the certifications that can give you a goal to work towards. I heard the lovely testimonials today of people that have gotten certified. That's great. If you have gotten some of our career certifications and are thinking, okay, I also need to like learn about AI as well, we have what we call the fundamentals certifications. So you can maybe try to pick the AI one and try to prepare for that one, and that might give you just like general understanding of this technology, and it might give you like just that badge. Well, it will give you, if you pass the exam, that badge that you can put on your LinkedIn or your CV to show your potential employers that you indeed know what AI is. This, of course, you know, all of our learning is interactive. If you haven't checked our Intro to ChatGPT course, is something that I recommend checking out, because we're investing a lot of money and time and all of that into making sure that we have very interactive AI learning experiences. So actually our Intro to ChatGPT course now teaches you prompt engineering. You can get like instant feedback on your prompts. So definitely recommend taking a look at this. And yeah, so if you know any teachers or nonprofits that you think could be benefiting more from DataCamp, I definitely recommend you take a look at datacamp.com/universities and datacamp.com/donates. And if you want to read more in depth about all of this data that I shared about the state of data and AI literacy, I also recommend you Googling DataCamp Data and AI Literacy Report 2025, and you can download the entire report and read it. There's a lot more insights than the ones that I shared with you today. And that said, I don't know how we're with time. I'm happy to answer some questions if you have.
Thank you so much, Mafer, for going over in depth and making us kind of realize the importance of data and AI with the trends. Like you really talked about the applications, that it's so important, and current employers are all looking for these skills so mandatorily. So thank you for sharing that. And yeah, we are good on time. I mean, awesome. And wanted to check if anyone has any questions. Please feel free to ask now, or you can post it in the Slack as well, in the chat, Zoom chat.
I wanted to ask about the assessments, like how we should have some thinking around that, because I know that some people, like if they do the assessment, they don't do well, they might it might discourage them from moving forward on it. So I just wanted to thank you for this presentation as well. I really did enjoy it, but also just ask about what was the thinking around the assessments before doing the big certification.
Right. So assessments, you should think of them as a tool that we have at DataCamp, and they should help you to understand where you're at, but they shouldn't limit you to, like, if you're not in the like highest percentile, you shouldn't think that you're not ready for the certification. It's just a tool to show you where you're at, and I don't think I have a score advanced in any of our assessments, especially like the AI. I have the AI fundamentals certification, and I think I took the exam like when I was just intermediate in one of these assessments. So they're just a tool. And of course, you're competing with thousands of users that have taken the same assessment at DataCamp, so it's not that easy, but you shouldn't see it as a it shouldn't discourage you to take the certifications.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So for the assessments, right, like even when I take them, I'm not an expert at everything, right? So I also don't land up as advanced in every case. I think the key thing is, going ahead and trying it out. And as a DataCamp member for Women in Big Data, DataCamp donates program, remember that you have access to any course, anytime, and all courses are free. You can repeat take them if you want. And all the assessments also, you can just go ahead and take it again. If you took it once and you feel that maybe I can do better, and then you can go ahead and try out again. Say maybe, after 15 days, after you've done some brush up, or maybe after a month. And say, for example, you took the Python assessment at one point, right? Or SQL assessment. It might be good to, kind of keep repeating it at times to see, where you are, and, you're up to date and you're not falling down. And as when assigning the assessments on the DataCamp, I always mention, right? It's highly recommended that you do them so you know what are the current trends and you feel the confidence also, right? Because mostly what happens is, we are scared of assessment, that, what if it is, we don't do well and someone will, keep track. So don't think of that and just go ahead and try it out, right? If you don't get good, it's okay. Just try it again. Everything is free and there's no limits. So that's what just wanted to add.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
I would like to say that I really appreciate this presentation because I use ChatGPT, although I'm not really good at it. I ask it questions and then I get it. I get answers that I want. But now I'm very kind of curious and I want to learn this AI literacy and see how far I can go with it. So I really appreciate this presentation that you've done, Mafer, and it will help me look further into AI literacy beyond asking ChatGPT questions. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah, and like ChatGPT is so much more than asking questions, right? Like there's so much to explore. Our course also takes you over like building your own GPT, using the OpenAI API. So there's so many things that you could do with it, and if you're able to like prove to a potential employer that you can do all of this, that you can like maybe build your own automations with it. I mean, you are like so much more like far ahead of the curve. Yeah.
Wow. Nice, thank you. I didn't know I can even build my own. Wow.
Yes, you can build your own GPT. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And then I have a question about the new capabilities. So the labs that are also there, or even like the code alongs. Can you talk a little bit about that? You said it's more interactive.
Yes. So let me just like stop sharing for 1 second, and let me just find a code along example here. Okay, so yeah, so in our platform, you go to the Learn tab, you can go to the code alongs. So, I mean, these are things that you can attend live if you register for the webinar. They always stay recorded here. So, you know, that's a good option for you as well. And I think the good thing about the code alongs is that there are practical things that they teach you how to do something really specific within an hour. And what you have to do is just click on them, right? And you click on Start Code Along. And essentially, you just watch what the speaker is saying, and then you can like follow what they're doing in this data lab workbook that will be automatically created for you. And you have everything ready here so that you can just do what the person is doing on the video. So yeah, maybe like a practical way, think of it as a tutorial, right? Yeah, I think they tend to be really useful, especially for more advanced learners that want to just like have more things to do that are practical. Yeah, so I recommend taking a look.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This is great. I wanted to ask you one thing, Mafer, if you can please share the advantages, like what kind of help is DataCamp providing to all the certified professionals? Like we have at least 100 plus certified professionals already, right? Since we've started. So it would be really good for everyone to know how to take advantage of the DataCamp certified process and this platform, so they can actually help ultimately land a job via the trends. So if you can talk about that, that would be awesome.
Right. So first of all, of course, like by getting certified, you're already gaining a lot, because this is actually something that you can put on your LinkedIn. It's a credential that will always be with you. So that's already like a big win for you. That said, when you get certified, you should get an email that invites you to our certified community. This is an online community that we have on Mighty Networks. Mighty Networks, think of it as a Slack or Discord or something like this. And in this community, you will have everyone at DataCamp all around the world that has been certified. So I super encourage you to log into this and introduce yourself. Take a look at the people that are there, because you'll see their names. I think you can put like your job title and all of that. And then maybe even like look for those people on LinkedIn and check out what they're doing. If they're maybe working at a company that you think you could work at, I think that's mainly the value you can get from it, like the networking of it all. Being super honest with you, like I started my job at DataCamp around 11 months ago, and I got it because of a referral of somebody I knew. So it's very much how the job market functions. You have to meet people to ask for introductions and all of that. So I think I would totally encourage you to get involved in that community, and then yeah, like get started from there. I think even if you don't see like direct job opportunities, even if you identify you somebody who you would want to talk to and like hey, tell me how is your how is it working at this company? Like, just answer some questions that might already be helpful for you. And the good thing is it's worldwide, just like women in big data. I mean, you're also already like part of a community, right? That should also like help you. So yes, I guess don't be shy, and just take advantage of these type of communities. Like sometimes you don't see the value of them, but they are actually really valuable because of that, because of the networking.
Thank you so much for sharing that. This is really helpful because this helps all who are certified, gives another opportunity option for them. And also it inspires those who are not certified to get certified and join that, kind of credibility area.
Yeah. So if you got certified and you didn't get the invite, check your inbox. Like maybe you missed the email or something like this. Or like you didn't get it, like contact our support team because maybe something happened and you didn't get invited, but definitely you should be invited. So look for that email.
Yeah, and if any of your who are already certified, if you haven't received it, yeah, let us know as well so we can kind of help you get that and as needed use Mafer. So.
Right.
Sorry, so I think on one of the slides that you had, you were showing the way that we need to think about this. So the way that the like the studies goes, there's associate and then there's professional. Is that how it, like beginner, associate, professional? Is that the way that the courses or the programs track on there?
So yeah, in the platform there's several let me see if I can share again. So when you're in the platform, you can always use several filters to think about our curriculum. You can use topic filters or like technology filters. But I think something that you can always keep in mind is that we always have a tag that says whether this course is beginner friendly or like intermediate or advanced. However, what tends to like help people, especially the beginners, the most is going towards skill tracks or our career tracks, because these give you the guidance of where to start from, like the very basics to like more advanced courses. So it gives you that learning path so that you get proficient at this particular area. And then as you can see, if there's like a certification associated with this learning track, then you can click on those as well.
And just so that I understand, all of the courses that we do from one of the track, like the skills track or something like that, one of the things I noticed is that it counts for the career tracks. So we're building the core skills to go and do those. So it doesn't, you don't repeat them.
So some courses might be, you might find out the same course might be in a skill track and a career track. So if you have completed that course already, it will automatically show up as with a check mark that you already have done this. You can redo it if you want to refresh, but you don't have to. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, great questions. It's really nice that you all are asking questions and accordingly getting all the inputs. So, and learning all the new tips and tricks of using the DataCamp platform. So nice.
And I saw that we can use our account page as a resume or something like that. Like we can, it displays all of our accomplishments, or there's some page there that has all of the things that we're doing all on one place.
Yeah, I couldn't say a resume. It's more like a portfolio, right? Because the resume is a different thing, right? It's mostly like a black and white paper that you submit for application. But yes, we do have our portfolio site, and what you do with it, still sharing my screen, you can click on my portfolio. and it's kind of automatically build it for you, but you can add more things and you can edit it. And then just make sure that in your settings, you make sure it's public. So sometimes like people get confused, they share it and it's like, it gives you an error, but as long as you set up your profile to be public, yeah, you should be able to share this URL and somebody, like you can put it on your resume as well. So that's one option as well. As long as you still have the free access through DataCamp donates.
Yeah, and I would suggest using this, just copy pasting this URL, right, your portfolio, and putting it in your LinkedIn. So, potential recruiters and, interviewers who are maybe looking at your profiles before an interview, so they have an idea about what kind of courses you've already taken, what kind of certifications you've already taken. So it just helps kind of build your impression as well. So it's really nice idea to have it in your LinkedIn profile.
You can update it here at your work experience, and I believe you can add your data lab projects. I don't have any here, but you can do that, yes.
Yeah, this is all great info, great session. Do you have any questions, anyone? Otherwise, we are on the top of the hour, so then we wrap it then.
You also then had a page in the presentation for school and for other, what is it? Another one that you had on the slide. So are we able to tell people like our classmates and other people about this as well?
Yes, and I very much encourage you to do so, because I would love these programs to grow, right? Like that's my entire role at DataCamp, to make sure that more people learn for free. So what I recommend you is you go to DataCamp for Universities, and this page explains our program for educators and students. So what normally educators do is they click on create a free classroom. Then you have to fill out this form. It is relatively short, something you should be able to complete in less than 5 minutes. And then we give that educator like a DataCamp group, and then they can invite their students, so everyone can learn for free. So yeah, as long as you're an educator at the university level, we also accept secondary school teachers in certain countries. You should be able to benefit from this program. So yeah, just make sure you go to DataCamp for Universities, and it will explain everything.
Great. Thank you. Everyone is saying super awesome. Thank you. That's really helpful. I see no other questions in the chat. Great, then. Thank you so much for your time, Mafer, and I really appreciate all your inputs that you've given to everyone. And if there are no more questions, I hope you all have a good weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate
Welcome.
the opportunity Women in Big Data have given to us, and then DataCamp as well. We look forward to more data literacy.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.